So this one has high quality.
No, it's not high quality. so, so there's these people who are like, I think it's a smudge on the camera.
So, but that, by the way, in Wall Street they created some lingo, and it's important for you to know, like for you guys, that you guys start going to be reading those Reddits. Do you want to mention some of those?
Diamond hands. Diamond hands is a good one, right?
Yes. Explain the audience, what is that, a diamond hand person?
Diamond hands is someone that bought crypto like 15 years ago when it first came out. They lost their keys and they ended up holding on to all their Bitcoin, and then they found their keys and now they have them. That's forced diamond hands, but really it's someone that bought something and never really sold it until it made it big. So a lot of people that bought Bitcoin back in the day early on and have held on till now without selling, that's pretty much what's considered diamond hands.
And also goes that you have been, like in the case of Bitcoin, it has gone ups and downs. And remember, this asset has lost 80% of the value, right? And that's kind of the, even the emoji that they created it, right? Like the hands and the diamond is like you hold it, right? Like literally you have a diamond hands, right? You don't let it go. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you know another one? Another lingo that they use?
Another one, hodl. It kind of goes along with diamond hands too, right?
Yeah, the other one is a little bit between Game of Thrones and Bitcoin, and it's like a hold the door,
Hold the door. Yeah.
hold door, right?
Hold on.
And I think that if you go back to find this, I think that there was a misspell in a Reddit, and then people start liking it, and that's how it became like hodl, and then now it's a hodler that you have been holding your Bitcoin, right? So
Mhm.
again, that's another lingo that you need to know if you're.
Yeah. Do you have some favorites?
This one is an interesting one. The tenders.
Yeah.
It's like basically your profits, right? Like
Yeah, it's your tendies. Your tendies.
your tendies. And I think that it has to do with some of the how some of these are kids, right? Like literally just in their teens or 20s, and they just like chicken nuggets and chicken tenders, and it's so delicious to them that it's like they just literally they like that. So yeah, the tenders.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I really hadn't seen that one much until I watched that Netflix documentary, or at least that's what I saw it explain. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting.
The other one, this one is more common, which is like YOLO, but they
Mhm.
use it. They use it for lotto tickets, like, and then you'll see the lotto, which is basically what they are doing is that they are buying at the day of expiration the options, and they are
Mhm.
highly volatile because sometimes they don't even know what is going to happen, but they buy like lottery tickets, and they put maybe $5,000 or whatever, and sometimes those options they go bananas. They go like 1,000% in just few hours, and they're bets. I mean, they're bets. And then sometimes you see these guys like, well, in the Robinhood account, I just did a YOLO in this lotto ticket for a gamma trade in an option trading in Apple, Tesla, whatever, and now it's like a $1 million, right? It goes bananas because people have to get out of the transaction, and they have the options.
That's, that's so funny. That's the options trading. Maybe we should do an episode on that specifically, because I think a lot of people have heard of it, but maybe haven't really dug into it and see what it really means.
I have a very good way to explain it, so let's do that. I think that we should put it on the books.
Yeah, I think so. I wanted to cover one last thing before we kind of wrapped up today. Okay, I don't know if you saw the jellyfish UAP. Did you see this?
No, tell me,
Have
what
you
is that
even seen the
about?
picture? Have you seen a
Nope,
picture of it? Okay,
nope.
so okay, so I think there's the Corbin guy. He's the bearded guy that's all over the UFO stuff. He's kind of been one of those journalists that's been around it for a really long time. Well, I don't know if he leaked it or if it was on um, this TMZ documentary. But there was this video leaked of a thing that looks like a jellyfish UFO. And so what this video shows is this is, I think, out of Iraq on a US military base. And what you see, it's I guess I can do it with my fingers. You can see it here on camera. Kind of looks like this. There's like
Sure.
tentacles like this, right? And it just goes across the video. And it's like a 15-17 minute video or something like that. And it's just going across the base. And it's changing colors, white to black. I'm not sure if it means like it's a different heat signature or something like that, but it was
Hmm.
captured by some military type cameras. And towards the end of the video, you see it go into the water, so it's transmedium. So it goes from air because it's going through the air. It goes from air and into water, and then after about 15 minutes or so, it comes back out of the water and shoots up and kind of flies away at a super high speed. So this is a new one. This was actually categorized by our government, by the U.S. government, as actually being a UAP. So this is something that is completely unidentified, and it's captured by some military grade measurement instruments.
Dude, that's the thing. Like
Very
every
interesting.
time that you have like a high resolution in an iPhone, and suddenly it looks like every time that they film a UFO, they choose like a maybe a 40 years like camera, right? Like super pixelated. So this one has high quality.
No, it's not high quality. so, so there's these people who are like, I think it's a smudge on the camera.
Oh man, that's what I'm telling you. That it's like those. Why they don't just have like good quality camera, right? Like it
Yeah.
seems like they just go to look for their camera, and yeah, it's like they look for the crappiest camera that they can find instead of just using their iPhone.
Yeah. Well, they say they have abilities to blur it out. That's why, or something like that. But here's a funny thing though. Um, in the video, you see this UAP as it's hovering or it's flying. I don't know what you want to call it. It's pretty. It looks pretty stable. Like it's going kind of at a consistent speed.
Tentaculine, I don't know.
Like people can't see it with their eyes. Like people visually don't see it, and so
Can
they've
you see it with
gotten.
your ears?
And so
Sorry.
I
Keep going.
gotcha. And so they can't see it. But here's the thing: there's another video with a similar thing, actually filmed in Mexico,
Mm.
um, and dogs were able to see it, and the dogs came up and started barking at it. And then you see it, the thing just kind of like pause and then changes direction and goes in a different direction away from the dogs.
But they don't know how big it is. Like they
Uh,
estimate how big it is.
I haven't seen anything that estimates the size. But of course, there's all these Reddit internet sleuths that are like trying to figure out what it really looks like, see if they can do some define it. So there's lots of people doing drawings of it. I can kind of see what it looks like. It looks like like what you normally think of an alien with their big bug eyes or whatever.
Mhm.
And it looks like actually it looks kind of like the Jetsons. You know the flying car from the Jetsons?
Mhm.
Kind of like that. So it looks like an alien sitting in a flying Jetsons car, but with dangling
Then we
legs or
think
something like that.
this is
So
the
that's why they
this
call
is the
it
first one. Yeah,
jellyfish UAP.
this is the first one that I see. Well, I hear as a jellyfish. Usually, it's your flat, kind of like a UFO, right? Yeah, this is an interesting. I'll search it.
Yeah, yeah. Look it up. It's right. It's been all over the news this week. Pretty interesting. Anyways, I thought we'd ended it kind of a fun, a fun story here about the jellyfish UAP. Anyway, so we need to be prepared for when the rest of the jellyfish come out. We at least know what to expect.
We'll see. We'll see what they do, right? So, um, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, comment. Thank yous for all of our comments. We read them all and we answer. So please keep telling us what are the type of things that you guys want to watch. And yeah, and I guess that's it.
That's it.
See
We'll
you.
see y'all next time.
Dale.
Dale.
Bye.
Bye.